Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks like you. If you're new to our show, we cover the geek news beat and we share our opinions. I'm your host, Chuck, and with me we got Randy. What's up, Randy?
Yo, what's up, Geek Beast? Chuck, man, what are we talking about tonight?
First things first, Marvel visual effects workers want to unionize.
Yeah.
So the visual effects workers are looking to unionize as part of Marvel's on-set visual effects specialists. Vulture said, including data wranglers, production managers, witness camera operators, and assistants employed on such MCU series as Loki and Daredevil Born Again. Post-production visual effects is typically outsourced to various visual effects production houses, where Vulture reported Marvel is known as an industry bully that can
Mm-hmm.
ruin careers.
Yeah,
So
man.
IATSE is looking to start in-house with Marvel's visual effects teams and hopefully spread to the unionized solidarity outward from there on.
This
What are your
has been
thoughts on
going
that?
on. Oh,
Mhm.
I hope they do unionize. I'm interested to know why just Marvel and not like all of Disney, like including Star Wars, Marvel, Pixar, all of them.
They
Like,
probably haven't
the,
latched on yet.
yeah,
They haven't
the
latched
whole
on yet.
Yeah, and I would like to see it expanded and extended across, DC or just any, I'm just a proponent of people being treated fairly, right?
Yes.
Pay people adequately and treat them fairly,
So,
and yeah.
so A24, the rumor is they have conceded to everything that all the screenwriters guild and the
hmm
actors won't. So the unions have said, hey, if you're doing A24 stuff, go ahead and do it.
By
They
A24, elaborate what you mean by
A24
A24.
production. So A24 production is an independent film house. They bought up a lot of films and television shows that are independent that stand out. And
hmm
um they said, hey, we hear what you're saying, and we're gonna give them everything they want. We're gonna give them what they want. And so
Okay.
A24 has decided they're the ones who did everything everywhere all at once. They doing
hmm
the new show. What's the new movie? Priscilla,
hmm
Dick's the musical, Talk to Me, The Zone of Interest, The Iron Claw. They have a whole list of stuff coming out. And so SAG apparently and and the Writers Guild has said it's okay for actors to actually cover those things. So
Oh,
that's supposedly happened. They're like, we don't know what Disney and them doing, but we hear you, and we're going to actually give them everything they want. We're going to pay them more, and we're going
good,
to we're going to give them better benefits.
good, good.
Now, the question is,
Now,
are the big houses going to do it?
right, like how does that get extended across the industry, the
Yeah,
major players,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. So
So
unions do work. So if it starts out Marvel internally with Marvel, I said what's going to instantly happen is they're going to unionize. They're going to immediately strike. Like we're striking.
Well, the way the rumors, and again, the rumors about the way Marvel treats its graphic designers and things like that, it's been horrible. Like they overworked them, and some of those effects, they're not updated until like the day of the filming. Or there's been times in Marvel where like effects have been different depending on when you saw the actual
Yes,
movie.
because they work them. They work them even
They
through.
work them, yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
like if you saw Multiverse of Madness, Doctor
hmm
Strange Multiverse of Madness, you saw it day one and you saw it day 25. It's different.
It's different.
Different.
Yeah, and that's not the only Marvel film that they've done
Mhm.
that to. They've been able to keep it under wraps because, they are Disney and Marvel. But yeah, man, treat people right. If you treat people right, then they wouldn't have to do these types of things.
Yeah, true, true, true. But it seems like A24 is the first production house, publisher, distributor of films that says we're going to concede to everything that the actors
No-
and
Well,
writers want.
well, so then has the AI issue been resolved? That's my question, because that was one of the big catalysts driving a lot of the actors' demands.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they said we'll write it in the interest of the actors. I don't know. This is the rumor that's been going around that the
Yeah. No,
24
I
has
get it.
come to
Yeah,
work.
I get it. Yeah, that's what I'm
And
interested in too.
and how it relates to the Marvel story is that the visual effects artists see this progress with the film house. Like
Right.
A24 has a lot of misses, but they have a lot
Mm-hmm.
of hits. They're bold. They're a very bold independent film house. So
Mm-hmm.
the fact that they're around and they're able to release the caliber of film, and they said, "Hey, we concede, we get it,
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
understand."
man. Yeah, stop being assholes. I mean, Bob Iger out there making 40 some $1 million, 30, $40 million and talking about how it's not feasible to pay people what they're worth. Like, are you serious?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he can actually make $1 million a year and be okay. Be
Yeah.
totally okay. He can make like $100,000 a year and be okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know if Disney, but like CEO pay, and this is just really rampant across the board. It's something like if you take the median worker, like the median from the highest to the lowest, right in the median, like CEO and executive pay is something like 2,000%, like some crazy number
Mhm.
higher than the median pay of employees. And it's just not right, man.
Yep, yep. So one
So
of the statements they have in this article, visual effects workers specifically lament Marvel's ferocious appetite for visual effects butting up against its apparent unwillingness to invest in human capital required
yeah,
to implement them. The report
yeah,
means that means more work for less pay, reportedly 20% less than the other studios.
yeah. It's crazy.
So Marvel pays less because they're
Yeah,
working them more.
yeah, yeah. It's crazy.
So it's funny. So I know a couple people that came out of studios, and people say, "You worked with Marvel? Oh, we'll hire you in a minute because we know that you can do the work."
Right. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's having Marvel on the resume is probably good, but just
Yeah,
because it's a jumping point and you can do the work, I mean they gotta pay people like shit
yeah,
and
yeah.
overwork them.
Yeah. I've had friends who've been art directors at major comic book companies and video game studios, and all of them going to a boiler room. And a boiler room,
Mm-hmm.
all graphic designers, you bring your own equipment in and you
Mm-hmm.
start working on like graphic design stuff. And they're paying you by the hour. So they
Mm-hmm.
have you do artwork, and they have somebody from marketing running around and doing the posters for all the films, and they tell you to walk out. Like, you walk out. We don't like your work. Walk out, walk out,
Oh,
walk out. And they push them
oh.
right out. They pay you for how long you've been there, but
Mm-hmm.
be there an hour, you can be there 16 hours in that day. They just need that poster done by the end of the day.
Okay. No, I get that.
So you go in at 8 o'clock in the morning, and you're there to like 1 or 2 in the morning if you're lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's horror stories out there floating around.
Yep. They say this is what we want. We want to do this for this movie. And then the Disney marketing walks around the room, the desk, and there's like 50, 60 artists in there, and they tell them to get up and walk out, walk out, walk out, walk out.
Not what we're looking for.
We were looking for fired, fired.
Mm.
And there's boiler rooms.
Mm.
So they had some very
So,
interesting practices in that company.
yeah,
And
man.
it's like sometimes the Chiefs don't know what the Indians are doing. They just see the work when it's all done.
Yeah. There's horror stories about like things to go on at Disney and not
Mm-hmm.
paying well. And I think you said the Chiefs don't know what the Indians are doing. It's kind of what the Chiefs want. They just want their product done. They don't care
Yeah,
how
they
it
do.
gets
They
done.
do. They do. Next story. Thieves stole $300,000 in game trading cards at Gen Con 2023. So a pair of thieves waltzed into Gen Con 2023 in Indianapolis and stole as much as 300,000 of game cards via IndyStar. The cards, which were sitting in boxes on a pallet, were stolen using a pallet jack while vendors were setting up in the long-running yearly game convention.
That's
As for what
crazy.
cards was taken, that's unknown. IndyStar reported that the workers at the local board game store thought the packaging resembled that of Magic the Gathering, Pokemon cards, and unreleased Disney Lorcana cards. From Ravensburger, the company that makes the Disney Lorcana cards, tweeted that all of its product is accounted for. Convention goers will wait for as much as 16 hours for the card game, which Ravensburger used 20 Gen Con 2023 as a pre-release venue for.
Sounds like an inside job.
It does. It
Sounds
does.
like somebody knew something.
Everybody knew, and somebody just walked up in there as workers,
Right. I mean,
jacked it up, and walked right out with it. A pallet of
right.
cards,
Pallet of
a
cards.
pallet.
in the middle of a con and just seems
On
like
the
what?
setup, I'm doing the setup.
Yeah, man. I don't.
I don't think we can get too far with that because how you offload that many cards? You can't offload them anywhere.
Nope. Nope.
You can't even eBay that.
Yeah.
It's
So I
gonna
don't
be
know.
tough.
So
Can't go to
I
a
don't know.
store. You can't ditch. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. So yeah, I
Of
feel
course.
like that's inside.
And look
But
at Rodney. He's showing off the pictures of the people that are doing it. Yeah, yeah. If they don't catch these people, it's because they don't want to.
right, that's what I'm saying. I feel like there's going to be more about this story.
There is. There has
Yeah,
to be more about this story.
yeah. So I'm not. Yeah, I'm calling Cap.
I'm calling shenanigans. Yeah. I think whoever knows was that somebody was there setting up for the con and said, hey, all this product's coming in.
All this
And
kind of
then
yeah, yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, we gonna hear about something here in the
It
next
looks
couple
like they
weeks.
knew exactly where to go.
they knew
Exactly. I
exactly
mean,
where to
it's
go.
yeah. It's
They
like
They
knew
got a
what?
pallet. They got.
exactly.
I mean,
Right.
eh,
Yeah. It's
They
like
knew exactly how to get out too.
mhm.
Get in and get
right.
out.
They knew all the exits, where to go, where to
Yep.
set up, and how to get out. Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Come on.
I mean, they should have done it. They should have dressed up in cosplay though. They got.
Yeah.
I mean, they can make. They can identify these guys.
Well, they should at least put on some type of disguise.
That's what I'm saying, right?
They
That's what I'm
came out
saying.
raw.
They came out
They came
raw.
out with
Like
sunglasses on.
yeah.
Like we don't have technology that can remove that
Right.
and
Yeah.
figure out who
Like
you are. This is not
so.
the 80s.
Yeah, it's like, yeah,
I
when
mean,
you have that level of assurance, I gotta call somebody, do something.
Somebody new. This is definitely somebody new. You know, it's like, oh, they're setting up. All we gotta do is wear some security vest. All we gotta do is wear some vests. We can go in there.
Yeah, yeah, it's not. So, I mean, more to come in the following weeks.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Well, all you gotta do is watch eBay, Etsy, any of these, all these sales spots, boardgames.com, all of them.
Mhm.
They're gonna catch these people. This is $300,000 worth of cards. Is a lot of cards.
It is. It
It's a
is.
whole lot of cards. Um, Street Fighter 6 and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover starts this month. Starting on
Sounds
August 8th,
amazing.
Street Fighter 6 players will be able to style their custom avatars with new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle gear and emotes and earn new titles, send Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle snaps out in chats, and customize their battle hub with unlockable cosmetics based on the iconic ninjas. Man, I saw
Ah,
that movie yesterday. It was
it's ama-
amazing.
it was amazing.
It was amazing. It was amazing. First of all, the movie runtime is short.
What
It's
about
short.
90 minutes?
No, it's shorter than 90 minutes.
Shorter than 90 minutes.
Yeah, our movie time started at 5:45. So you get like 30 minutes of trailers.
Hmm.
And then the movie was over by 7:45. That's with the credits and everything running. So it was
Mm.
short. It was short. It was a short time. So yeah, it was good
You
though.
know,
Characters felt different. All of them.
I'm actually like, I don't know if surprise is the word that I want to say, but like, it's amazing how Ninja Turtles has been able to just reinvent itself generation
10,000 times
after
every generation.
generations.
Yeah.
Yeah, every it's a the runtime I've got I'm showing is hour and 33 minutes.
It doesn't feel that long. It
Yeah,
feels short.
but it is amazing that Ninja Turtles has been able to just completely just reinvent itself
Yep.
generation after generation
Yep.
after generation. And there's no like show evidence of showing that this IP is ever going to slow down.
Nope. Every year at Comic Con, they're always there. They always have a new Ninja Turtles booth. That Ninja
Uh-huh.
Turtles booth. There's
Yeah.
like a new brand of turtles. You know,
Yeah.
it's like this generation's turtles are different from last
They're
generation.
different.
There's like
Yeah.
you going to Netflix right now. There's like 7 different turtle shows. It's
Yeah,
like
man.
five. It's like
So
five.
like
But
Noelle watches Ninja Turtles, right? She watches clips, of course, but like her
mhm,
version of Ninja Turtles, I mean the names are the same, but like her version of Ninja Turtles are vastly different than the Ninja Turtles I grew up on, right? So
mhm.
it's like, yeah, the IP has legs, man. I would have never thought that, watching as a kid when I did. But yeah, it's shows no sign of going down. And I'm going to see the Turtles movies. I got a lot of movies to see. I got to see Barbie. I got to see Ninja Turtles. I got a couple other things I got to see, man.
Yeah. As you know, if you're on our show, we go into our chat. I've been ignoring our chat today for some reason because I'm foolish. But yeah, Alaboot said, man, I wish them all so much luck, especially the visual effects artists.
Absolutely.
Maybe then some equity will come to the gaming and tech industries too. If it works for the visual effects artists, it's going to spill into gaming.
Yeah, I would think so.
It's going to spill into gaming. So gaming studios got to be shook. Microsoft got to be the most shook of everybody because they bought the most studios. Microsoft
True.
got a lockdown. They're like, we got Activision Blizzard, we got Bethesda, and we got these 10 other studios that we just created out of nowhere in the last 5 to 10 years. People don't.
Hey, stop treating people like shit, and you won't have this problem.
Yeah.
It's real
You
simple.
know?
It is
I can
real
see that.
simple.
I can see that. It's really easy. It's really easy. You don't have to pay a CEO $30 million. No
You
more.
don't. You don't.
When
Because what the
you can pay the CEO $2 million and 28 million is enough to cover everybody.
Yeah. And plus, I mean, you can take the money out of the huge profits that you get and cut
Yeah.
down on the CEO pay. Because who said, like, if the CEO of Microsoft, like you say CEO, if he leaves, where you gonna go? If you say no, we're not gonna pay you $30 million, right?
Where they gonna go?
The
Nowhere.
whole purpose of corporations are that not one person should have that big of a swing in the success of the company. You set up systems and infrastructures that people can be placed in. Now, granted, they have to have some degree of talent, but you shouldn't make or break a
Mm.
deal for that person.
Yeah. But to get back on our current story about Turtles. The movie is amazing. I tell everybody go see it. I really
I'm,
enjoyed it.
I'm
I was
going to
worried
say
about
it.
the art style. It's like this art style is gonna be muddy. It worked.
This
And
is the one with Seth Rogen in it, right?
Seth Rogen wrote. He was the executive producer.
Yeah, yeah.
He wrote it, executive producer, and it's so hip hop. It is so hip hop. It's kind of interesting because they use modern day slang, and they do '90s hip hop throughout the whole time.
And Ice Cube's in it, right? Isn't Ice
He's
Cube
he's
in it?
he's the villain. He's the big
He's the
bad,
villain. Mm.
and he's so good as the big bad. You know, he drops like NWA lines and everything. He's a great big bad. And none of the mutants are bad. So Bebop and Rocksteady are completely different in this.
Mm.
Really good.
But it is a prequel, right? It is a prequel because
No,
Shredder is not,
Shredder's not in it. Shredder's not in
right.
it.
It's before Shredder, right? Because
Yes.
I thought I heard that Shredder is going to be
They
introduced in the
they,
second one. If that's what
they
they
probably
did.
introduced him in the second one, but Shredder's not in it.
Mhm. Yeah,
You
so it's
know?
the prequel. It's
Yep.
before they
And
meet Shredder.
everybody knows I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but it's good. It's unlike anything you've read or heard about in Turtles.
That's cool.
Very different.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it.
And it's really good. It's really, really
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna see it.
Yep. Yep. Um, Mikey's my favorite turtle. Still, he's still my favorite turtle.
Michelangelo been my favorite one since they debuted back in what the late
Yep.
'80s, early '90s.
And Donnie came my second favorite turtle. You know, like
Wait a
Raph.
second.
Raph, they didn't make him buff and strong. He's just a fat turtle. He's the fat kid, and he's definitely that
They
turtle.
got a fat turtle. I never thought of
The
like
fat
having a
Raph
fat
is
turtle.
Raph. They made him really buff. Like in all the other
Okay.
generations of turtles, he's always been the buff, strong one, right? The one
Mm-hmm.
with anger management problems.
Yeah.
He's like the fat turtle, and he has anger management problems. He's rotund. He's rotund. He's
I
rotund.
was the Black April.
Oh, she's great. She's
Good.
amazing at it. She's
Good.
amazing. It's technically old April O'Neil, but she's a
Well,
teenager.
I know the original April. At least I heard that. I
She
thought I
was
heard
black.
somewhere
She
it
was
was
black.
black. Yeah. But that had went away for a while.
When they made it a cartoon
Yeah, when
for
they made it a
the first time,
cartoon.
the first iteration
The
of the
first edition,
or
the
the comic.
original edition, she
Mhm.
wasn't.
Yep. And now she's a really nerdy kid, and she wants to be a newscaster because she's in high school.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah. So she's young. So it's interesting. It's funny. It's
Yeah,
funny. She
I'm
does a good
looking forward to
job.
it.
Master Splinter, who is Jackie Chan, does an amazing job as well. Like, like, like,
Mm.
like it's hilarious watching Jackie Chan be Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
And
It's a,
and Splinter acts like does kung fu like Jackie Chan. It's amazing.
it sounds like a great idea to have Jackie Chan be. It's one of those things that I feel like, why didn't we have this before? Like it's so perfect. Like the casting of
Yep,
Jackie Chan as Splinter is great.
yep. Like Hal said, dude, the Turtles comics changed the game. They came out in the early 90s. They lightened everything up. Everything was so serious before then. Yeah, comics got serious and the Turtles came like, hey, but they were kind of dark though, too. They were violent. The Funk said I was big on how Donnie gets top billing in the pre-show. Thank you by Seth Rogen as well as in the credit. Yeah. Like they leaned in and like Donnie's like super nerdy. He has the glasses. He's like Donnie's cool. Donnie rocked around with a cell phone on. Yeah, he had his little cell phone
in
tucked and
in the
everything.
not in the 90s?
Man, you have to watch the movie. Not the 90s. They're not, it's not in the 90s.
Okay. I thought
It's
it was
modern
like a
day.
prequel or
They
something.
say Riz. They say Riz. We never use the word Riz. Matter of fact, they say the
I
word
didn't.
ops, like he's the ops.
Yeah, we never said that in the 90s.
Yeah, we never said that.
That's
So they
way
say
new.
Riz. That's like really recent.
Really,
Yeah.
That's
recent.
like not even
Ops.
2 months, probably.
Oh,
Yeah, they
Like
go Riz.
Riz is like really recent.
They
I
say
mean,
Riz.
yeah,
Yeah.
Ops is pretty, it's
Ops
pretty
is
new
like
too.
about like a year. Like he's the ops.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like, man, why don't we come with the word ops? Ops is kind of a cool word. It means opponents. He's the ops.
Oh, I thought
They
opposition.
say sus. They say sus. We
Oh
never
yeah,
said, oh, that's
we
sus.
never said sus.
We
Yeah.
never said sus.
Sus is
Yeah,
definitely recent too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It has all the kids slang and it has
Hmm.
90s hip hop behind it as the soundtrack. It's so interesting.
Uh, yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really good. It's really good. It just is it's filled with so much heart and spirit. I tell everybody to go see that movie. That movie was good.
Just wanted to say a quick shout out to Mr. Benja. Mr. Benja in the chat. He said hello.
What's up, Mr.
What's going on,
Benja?
Mr.
Yeah.
Benja?
Oh, I see him there.
One of
What's up?
the original hosts of Podcast Squadron. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know he was out there. What's up, Benja? But yeah, let's keep moving. Let's get some more news in. Let's get another story in. I'm gonna skip over the Kai Cenat story because he's a streamer. He's an idiot at the same time.
Yeah, did the
We
riot?
we have to do something about this influence culture. They need media training and they need some A&Rs. Dude
Why?
was like, hey,
Yeah.
Why, why they hired though?
He's like the poster child for growing too fast.
yes,
Right?
yes. He's the
It's
most
like
streamed person on Twitch
it's
right
like
now.
the newfound success coming into millions, like very much so. Yeah. This
Yeah,
is just
unruly young.
yeah.
He's like the Paul brothers.
Yeah.
He's like the
Or
Paul brothers.
he's what we would have been in
Well,
the era if we had access to all of this.
yeah, it is definitely
Absolutely.
that creator influencer type of
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just
Like
out
you
of
can't
hand.
incite a riot and take pictures of me. Hey, look what I caused. Blah blah blah.
Right.
You have to show some remorse
But
as it's going down.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But
Yeah.
It's a pretty crazy story. We should definitely talk about
Story.
it
It's
another time. We have more time, but
another time.
it is
Yeah.
a really crazy story.
It is. We're gonna let that unfold and let's see what
Yeah.
happens and how he handles it.
I was watching it live. I was watching parts of it live too, and I was just like,
Oh, really? And he's like, yeah, I got PS5s and TVs. I'm
Right.
giving
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
And 7,000 people showed up.
I mean, it's on mainstream news too, right? Like, it's,
Yeah. It's
Oh yeah, it's
like,
definitely
it's
mainstream.
huge. It was.
Yeah.
It was
I mean, this
freaking
is what it was down. It was in New York, right? Times Square,
Union,
right?
no, Union Square.
Union Square. Okay.
Thank God it wasn't in Times Square. Thank God.
It's there is something to be said, and like underlying thing too of like there's something about chasing clout
Mm-hmm.
that is breaking our brains.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
like chasing the likes, chasing the clout, chasing the it's something about that that's just breaking our brains.
These kids are willing to do
Yeah.
anything for it. Like it is. It is.
Yeah, there was even a guy I saw on YouTube. He went to Japan and got kicked out of Japan because he was just straight antagonizing people.
Antagonizing people.
just on live
Yeah.
streaming, like live streaming it, and like he was literally on the subway in Japan, live streaming him insulting the Japanese people, saying like, and it was just like, and it was like, oh, why? It's just all for clout, right? It's all for some weird, yeah, it's breaking our brain. It's
Yeah.
breaking our brains. Yeah.
Yeah, like that guy that's in Target. He sat there and rang up some stuff on somebody else's bill,
Yeah.
and or took something out of the guy's cart, and the guy pulled a gun on him.
And
It's
what
not the
else too?
store.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Gideon, he got
Mhm.
banned from the NBA and WNBA games because he pulled a stunt where he went to sleep. He went to NWA game and purposely went to sleep on the front row and like videotaped it and put it on his YouTube channel. And like, what's the point of that? Like, you just
Yeah.
being a dick to be a dick, and like,
Yeah.
and he got
I'm
banned
blaming
from
Ashton
like.
Kutcher. I'm blaming Ashton Kutcher for all this. He did
Pump.
this shit and Pump him
Yeah.
and Steve-O and them for Jackass. I'm blaming all of them for this.
Yeah, but they didn't know what this would be. This is before the internet, right? It's before the internet, you know. Now everybody's got like those were in
Lawyer
controlled
Squad
environments.
does it. Yep.
They were in controlled environments with, you know, but like now you just got, like y'all talking about, like you just got kids with a cell phone. They're just being assholes and fucking with people.
It's like that kid with the cell phone who bought food, asked the homeless guy, "What do you want to eat?" The homeless guy told him, said he hasn't eaten in like a week. He went and bought it and ate it in front of the homeless guy.
See, yeah.
And trying to get a job.
It's like that, yeah, and it's
I
like
was crying and shit.
and
I'm like,
it's that
why would you do that?
specific type of content, right? Like there's really good stuff, and there's really, you know, people doing really cool things, but then there's that specific, like you said, Ashton Kutcher type of prank content.
Yeah.
That's just literally there to, it's breaking our brain. It's just breaking. Yeah, it's just, yeah, but we, you know, bigger conversation for them. But yeah, the Kai Cenat thing was wild. It's just wild.
And they said at first he didn't know and he was scared because they started stomping the building he was on top of because he didn't have enough PS5s for everybody or TVs. And then he fed into it. Like, oh my God, all these people came out. He listened to his homies. His homies were, look at this, they're doing this for you, dog. They're doing this for you. And he actually believed that. It's really wild. We'll talk about it as the story unfolds. We're not going to talk about it today because all it did was it made me upset. Like, dude, you were doing so well as an idiot kid, and then you do some real idiot shit. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
He is the most subscribed to Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
The most subscribed to. Like, that is a huge accomplishment. And for all this other stuff to happen, it's like, man.
Like, you didn't see what happened to Travis Scott's concert because he didn't stop the show?
People
died there.
People easily could have died in this one, too.
He could have easily died in this one.
People easily could have died in this
one. They fought police.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. But, you know, we're going to move to something happy. Let's talk about, so Ho's actor at DreamCon won Mortal Kombat tourney in the Powerline outfit. We're going to talk about that. So what's his name? What's the guy's name? Cleo Thomas. Cleo Thomas. He was in the 2003 movie Hose, and he competed in the Mortal Kombat 11 tournament, and I guess he won. Thomas, who played Zero in the 2003 Disney movie, opposite of Shia LaBeouf, won the Mortal Kombat 11 tournament at DreamCon, and he came in cosplay as fucking Powerline. You know how awesome that is? Powerline was my dude.
Yeah,
that was Bobby Brown, you know? And he got on stage and won the tournament. I mean, I thought it was cool seeing Sonic Fox do cosplay as Sonic as he played people in fighting games. But this guy came on as Powerline. It's hard to beat Powerline. Powerline's like one of the coolest characters ever.
Good for him. Yeah, good for him. That's dope.
And he said, I asked my followers which cosplays they wanted me to bring to DreamCon, and Powerline was voted number 1. I decided to keep it on after my panel and just compete in the tournament with it on. and he did Powerline so well and then put on blackface.
Yep. Didn't have to.
Didn't have to.
Yeah.
You know Powerline when you see Powerline.
Yeah. And yeah, so these people out here that want to put in black, I mean, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but those who do that know what they're doing.
Know what they're doing. Know
Yeah.
exactly what they're doing.
So yeah.
And he could have got away with it. I'm the brown dog. He's
Right.
a dog. Didn't do it.
Right.
Didn't do it.
Right. Didn't
But
have
he
to.
nailed the power line cosplay though.
Like who was it? Years ago, when some couple they did Coming to America, some white couple did Coming to America, no blackface at all. They just
Nailed it.
they just
Nailed
dressed it and they nailed it, right? Just
Nailed
nailed it. And everybody knew who it was. Yep.
Mm-hmm. We see it all the time. We
Yep.
see it all the time in cosplay.
Yep.
You know? We see white people dressed as Japanese characters all the time.
All the time. Yep.
And they nail
all
it
the
every time.
Yep.
Every
Yep.
time.
So nobody got a problem with it. It was like, just don't be disrespectful. And you know what you're doing.
Yeah. We didn't create blackface. We didn't ask
Nope.
for it. Blame your
Not at
ancestors
all.
for that. Blame your ancestors for that.
Blame your grandparents. Don't talk about ancestors. Blame your grandparents.
That's definitely true. That's definitely true. That's true. That is true. They can just say that. We don't have to go back that far.
Yeah, you ain't gotta go back to
Nana's
Esfar.
still
Yeah,
alive. Nana's
right.
still alive.
Nana's still
Go talk to your
alive.
Nana.
Nana and Paw and Pop still alive. You
Look, go talk
blame
to
them.
Meemaw. Go talk to Meemaw.
Meemaw. Meemaw.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Some of y'all can talk to your mom and daddies about
Yeah,
it.
that's facts.
Your older
too.
brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
That's what always trips me
too.
out about when they talk about this stuff. It's like, man, this stuff was not far away, man.
Not
Yeah.
far away.
Civil rights movement was
Yeah.
just
We got people who knew.
Yeah.
Perfect segue into the next story. Fortnite has a museum dedicated to teaching about the Holocaust.
That's crazy.
Fortnite has created a museum in their game to teach about the Holocaust.
Are schools not teaching about the Holocaust?
Come on now, they're gonna say that the Jews benefited somewhere in the Holocaust.
It's crazy.
They're gonna say that somewhere. They're gonna say it somewhere. They said black people benefited from slavery.
Sure did.
Y'all learn
Sure
how to be
did.
blacksmiths.
So this is, remember they just put the creative, the new Epic creative,
Mm-hmm.
the Unreal Epic Fortnite creation.
Mm-hmm. They
So
had
this
it.
is actually one, like an island that you can go to. So it's like
Oh,
a user created experience.
So you can go there. They have one for the African American history as well. And so Fortnite is building the metaverse. They're doing a really good job of it. They are truly building the metaverse. You know, they're bringing all our favorite properties together. You can embody any of these favorite properties, and they're actually having teachings and lessons put into it. Now I'm waiting to see Roblox. Somebody in Roblox does this because Roblox is the competitor to Fortnite. Roblox is like huge, and kids love it. As basic as the games are, they love it.
Hey, you don't need to be you can be simple sometimes.
It's really interesting too. The model that they're doing is that you create a game within their UEFN, and the amount of hours people play it, you actually get money from Epic.
Yeah.
So people are creating these games within. So like you have big time creators like Fortnite creators like Cypher PK. He's one of the biggest Fortnite streamers. He created a whole game studio because he saw this coming, and he's got like 2 or 3 games out there, and so he's making money the more people play his game.
Yeah, yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. So it's like Epic is rewarding people for creating content within their system. And they're like, yeah, so it's kind of like their Fortnite, the codes, even, in the beginning, like, how you always hear the guys like, yeah, use my code for V-Bucks, in the store, in the Fortnite store, and whatever they bought something, they got a percentage of that if they use their code.
Yeah.
So they were making money there too. So it's like, Epic is really, really good about fostering those types of relationships and communities and platforms and making sure everybody wins.
Yeah.
Because it's like if everybody wins, like we win, right? Like they're so smart about everything.
Yeah. And they had a model to base it on, like Steam. Steam made Team Fortress 2. They had people making hats. I knew artists that quit their art making job, their 3D art making jobs at major video game studios such as PlayStation to,
Mhm.
to actually do hacks in Team Fortress 2.
Because people are trading them and like
They're purchasing
they're purchasing them. Yeah.
Interesting.
their
You know,
content.
did you ever see like the Counter Strike skins?
Mm-hmm.
Those are worth thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars. Yeah.
Like
People make them.
people they get them like they roll, and that's why like it's a little shady because it's like kind of gambling because you're opening up loot boxes, but
Mm-hmm.
like they're worth like thousands of dollars because people are literally like, oh, I want that knife. It's only like, and then they buy it from some guy that has
I
it.
for somebody.
So same thing with the hats, right?
Yeah.
But at
Same.
least, yeah. So it's like, man. But at least in this case, it's like everybody wins. Everybody's making money.
Everybody's making money and everybody's getting what they want,
Yeah, no,
And
that's dope.
I think that's a smart way to handle things. I mean, you can't ask for much more and much less from it. So it makes sense. It's really smart. Um, Something else I want to talk about that's really interesting. And this is why this has me scared because we definitely don't do this in America. China's proposing 2-hour limit per day on internet access for minors.
Yeah, I read that a little while ago, but I don't know
Yeah.
how I feel about that.
The Cyberspace Administration of China, the CAC, proposes introducing a minor mode, which would restrict the type of content that minors see depending on their age and will limit their mobile usage to only 2 hours. These restrictions are separated into age groups with the different information available depending on the user's mental health development to deal with the content, and the time restraints will likewise be enforced based on the user's age. According to the proposed regulations, those under 8 years old will be restricted to using their smartphones for only 40 minutes a day, while those
Mhm.
between 8 and 16 can use the phones for 1 hour per day, and minors 16 to 18 can use their devices up to 2 hours per day. I'm kind of like, that's exciting. First of all, they restrict what goes on their TikTok, right? Like the things that are merged out to their young people is science
Because
and linguistics and stuff like that. Like all things are learning, everything learning.
mhm.
Then on their versions of like YouTube and whatnot, it's all about learning. So
Right.
that if you're a minor, you put this in, your parents put it in, and they can get penalized if you lie about it. So it's a way to make sure we're gonna make sure our kids are gonna be smart. We're gonna make
You
sure that they're
cut
not.
back on the influencer, like the idiot we were just talking
Yeah,
about, having that much influence. And
yeah, yeah. Where people watch Kai Cenat, there's kids right now that have watched more Kai Cenat than they've ever opened up a book.
oh yeah, easily,
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 easily.
easily. Yeah.
And he's just a young kid, just like them.
Right.
So this I find this very, very fascinating. That
Yeah. So
China saying, "Hey, we realize what this does to our adults. We can only imagine what this is doing to our
I
kids."
was messing up their brains.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean
We're not.
they realize that they're adults. They have adults that allow their newborns to die, their infants to die, them playing games in cafes.
Oh shit. It's
So
crazy.
that has happened. People do the online gaming, and they're constantly gaming, and they neglect their children and stuff. People neglect eating. People have died doing it.
Hmm. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right.
With that being said, I have nothing else, Randy. Anything you
Cool.
tell the people?
Uh, Wednesday. After Geek Beast, binge worthy. We are talking Hijack, Idris Elba on Apple TV. So watch binge worthy. Take a little break. Crosstalk. After
I
crosstalk,
mean,
then
watch
come
Geek
back.
Beast. Come on, Spins ready.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Take a little. Watch Geek Beast. Take a little break. Come back. Watch binge worthy.
Okay. With that being said, shout out to Digital Click. Shout out to the Pod Squadron crew that was on before.
Yeah, Pascal. Yeah.
Welcome back, Pod Squadron.
Yeah.
We miss
Good
you
to see you
guys.
guys back.
Yeah, it's good to see you guys. For y'all that missed it, go back and restream that. We had Pod Squadron that came back. Now you're talking
Hmm.
about Ahsoka. There's a lot they can dig into. They've been gone for a while, so they can dig into a lot of things. Star Wars, get you caught up on Star Wars. Uh,
Hmm.
Shout out to Rodney for being a great digital producer
Yep.
and technical producer and technical director. and chiming in from time to time. We enjoy having
Yeah.
Rodney on the show, and he chimes in.
Yep. He needs to show his face though. Like let the world see who you are.
He's rolling his head. Shout out to Mr. Ben Seth, Albert, the Funk, and shout out to you guys. Thank y'all for tuning into the show. Tell your friends to subscribe. Y'all come back to us on Wednesday. We do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the summer. We'll probably start up regularly, probably September or October. Haven't made the decision yet on that, but we'll come back. We'll see you guys soon. With that being said, peace. See you Wednesday.
Eesh.